Eto na ang programang magiging gabay mo upang ikaw ay matuto. DepEd 12 Radyo Eskwela! Makinig at matuto. DepEd 12 Radyo Eskwela! Alternatibong programang handog ng DepEd Gen na kahit saan ka man ay matututo ka. DepEd 12 Radyo Eskwela!
Naguguluhan, nalilito. Paano ba kung matututo?
Good day to our grade 10 students. This is your school on the air in grade 10 English. I'm glad to be learning with you through radio. I am Mr. Danilo Coquilla Jr. from Buaya National High School. Make sure that you're in your most comfortable place and can clearly hear our broadcast. Have you eaten your meal? In order for you to learn and understand our lesson this day properly, it would be better if you have already eaten your meal. This time, I want you to bring out your handout. Again, let me remind you that our lesson for today is about language of research. Okay, please bring out your handout. Before we start our new lesson, it is necessary to connect our previous understanding and knowledge to our new concepts, which we are about to discuss. Let us have a short review. Last lesson, we discussed about the use of language in research, advocacy, and campaign. Remember that in research, advocacy, and campaign, literal language can be used. However, in making advocacy and campaign, figurative language may be used. I do hope that you can still remember all of those. As you go through, be guided of what you have just reviewed, which is very relevant to the next lesson. Please turn your module on page number 2. Read and answer the questions and write the letter of your answers on your answer sheet. We are back! I hope you are done in answering the questions. This time, please be ready to learn our new lesson. Are you ready? If you wanted to go to the toilet or drink water, do it now, because a few moments from now, we are going to start our new lesson. As what I have said a while ago, our lesson for today is about key structural elements of an argumentative text. Please bring out your handout so you can follow me. This is our quarter 2, module number 2, lesson number 1. Once again, good day grade 10 learners. Our lesson is about key structural elements of an argumentative text. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to identify the structural elements of an argumentative text. Organize an argumentative text through an outline and value the importance of knowledge of structural elements of an argumentative text. Please get your notebook and ballpen because we are now going to start our lesson. Our lesson is key structural elements of an argumentative text. In your everyday experience, you encounter different tasks. And as you perform these tasks, language plays a significant part for you to be understood. The language that you use depends on the context and the situation you are in. In every situation and depending on your purpose, you employ an appropriate language to get the point. Now it's time to begin a new learning episode. Have fun and enjoy the activities. Please bring out your handout and turn to page 5, and please follow as we go over the lesson. Activity 1.1. Study the dialogue and observe the exchange of conversation of two students after watching an entry in a talent show. Then answer the process questions that follow. Great! Now you're up for the next segment of this lesson. Enjoy and have fun! Based on the previous activity, you discovered that the two students in the dialogue showed a real-life example of a situation where arguing takes place. In an argument, one makes a claim and backs it up with evidence. When there is a counterclaim, one has to refute it and support the refutation with another evidence in order to convince the opposing side to agree with him or her. In short, an argument involves the process of establishing a claim and proving it with the use of logical reasoning. Take note that when you write an argumentative text, your primary purpose is to convince the reader to consider your point of view. There are key structural elements that you need to observe and consider when writing an argumentative text. It has three basic parts. Number 1, introduction, or sometimes called exposition. Usually introduces the problem and gives necessary background information. It also contains the thesis statement, which states the position of the writer about a particular topic or issue, and usually the last sentence of the introduction. Second, the body, the part where you work on your arguments, and it represents the reason about your stated position. And the third is the conclusion. Conclusion is found in the final paragraph. It restates the position and gives one or two general statements to summarize the arguments which support the main claim. Are you still there, students? Now turn your module on page number 6. At this point, to activity 1.2. Read the argumentative text and extract the elements to complete the table that follows. Title: Does freedom of speech give people the right to use hate speech? On page number 7, you can see a table. Extract the elements of an argumentative text based from the speech you have just read. To summarize what you have learned, complete the following statements in activity 1.3. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate word that best completes the statement. Awesome! You are now ready for more learning adventure. I hope you understand the structural elements of an argumentative text. We are back! For you to explore further about today's lesson, you are going to apply what you have learned by doing the activity 1.4. Get ready for another learning adventure! Students, let us see how far you have gone in this lesson. Now, choose one topic inside the box and make an outline of an argument by filling in the table. Congratulations! You have done it very well. You have heard and learned a while ago the structural elements of an argumentative text. We enjoyed the lesson, right? We will do a recap later after some reminders. And we are back on School on the Air in Grade 10 English. This time, let us do the recap. Please open your notes and let us review what you have learned today. I shared about the elements of argumentative text. They are the introduction, or also called as exposition, the body, and the conclusion. I believe that you have learned a lot from the very start of our lesson. It's a pleasure that you will perfectly remember the significant points of your lesson. This ends our discussion for today. Another lesson has been learned and understood. To further enhance your understanding of the lesson, please read your handout. As your assignment, please do an advanced reading on Lesson 2, which is about modal verbs and adverbs in argumentative text. You will be notified through text message for more information and clarification. Make sure to stay tuned on School on the Air. Till next time, this has been your teacher on air, Mr. Danilo Coquilla Jr. from Buayan National High School for School on the Air in Grade 10 English. Always remember to study well. I hope to be learning with you again on our next lesson. Goodbye!
Bagong araw na naman, bagong kaalaman, bagong matututunan sa paaralang panghimpapawid. Kami samahan, sabayan ng mga aralin, mga gawain siguradong kagigiliwan. Oras na, alisto na, halina't makinig at matuto sa radyo.